Procrastination, the biggest enemy of students. The other day I came across a YouTube video and I found it very good and full of knowledge, and I'd like to share it with you and dive deeper into it. It was called Why Do We Procrastinate? 1. Why do we procrastinate? Why we procrastinate? So most common tips don't work long term and only address symptoms rather than solve root cause. But to solve it, you need to understand why. So procrastination is not about you being lazy or tired or distracted. It's about so, for example, when my sister was doing CCT and her homework. So when she was doing her she told me the other day her teacher told her to do a history essay or a 1,200 word essay about colonialism in Africa many hundreds of years ago. And she told me that she spent like a few hours writing only like 3 lines, and I was very surprised. And so what she did instead was like do all her other homework, even though she didn't have any deadlines, or they were really like they were like in like 5 weeks. And my sister was procrastinating. It was actually a form of procrastinating, but even though she was doing some homework, it was still procrastinating because she left the most important thing behind. So there's an emotional coping strategy. So when you face a large task, you can break it down into small sections. It's like climbing a mountain, for example. A mountain is broken down into 1,000 small steps, but altogether it's a really big thing. So like you can get better by 1%. So even if you procrastinate, you can still get better by 1% if you still carry on after you procrastinate. And when you face large tasks, your brain assesses the tasks, and your feelings trigger negative emotions. For example, fear, doubt, and boredom, and also perfectionism and anxiety. So your brain wants to escape the feelings or slash get rid of the emotion. There are 2 ways. 1, the logical solution. So you can do the work and your task is complete. However, however, this isn't very possible as for procrastinating people, because it's not very likely, because like in reality it doesn't work. Number 2, short-term dopamine. So in the olden days it was harder to get, but in the modern days it's really easy to get. So for example, like you can procrastinate by watching social media, browsing social media, or watching YouTube shorts, or like playing video games. So it's there's a short-term relief or slash pleasure, but overall it's like a not very good thing to do as a long term. But for the short term, for now, it overrides the negative emotions. It doesn't solve the problem though, it just distracts you from the actual thing. And it's like a chemical addiction, similar to a drug addiction. So it's the emotional feeling you avoid, and then since you procrastinate, it becomes short-term dopamine, and then you experience relief. And since you experience relief, it's a nice feeling to have. So then you start doing the loop again and again, creating a habit loop. And you need to check for signs of withdrawal, and you need to identify activities. For example, lots of people would play video games or like block everything around them because they don't want to do certain things, and they would like procrastinate. So you need to like figure out when you're doing these. So you need to check by checking if the stuff that you're doing is done or not, and if not, then you're probably procrastinating. So low-level procrastinators significantly boost productivity by removing temptation. But if you're addicted, you need to seek new distractions. You're often driven by need for short-term dopamine because you want to avoid negative emotions. But because you want to avoid negative emotions, and hard work, but you need to acknowledge it's not about you avoiding tasks, but you're avoiding your emotions. So how to beat procrastination. Step 1, you need to sit with the discomfort. So instead, you need to try to escape. So you sit with discomfort or perfectionism, and for the long term. You can use the 1 to 5 strategy, which is feel challenging, but it's to build tolerance, and you can focus easier over time. Step 2, reframe task positively. So you need to it's a self-sabotaging thought. You're already so behind. It increases procrastination where urgency, stressful and risky emotions take control. So how to stop this is you can self-talk yourself, give yourself a self-talk that says, well, even though if I haven't been I've just been procrastinating, I can still get better if I still work on it now, because at least 1% better is better than 0%. So you can motivate yourself. Step step 3, build self-compassion. So you need to procrastination lead feelings, for example, guilt or shame, and you intensify the negativity, making it harder to address your emotions. So you need to treat yourself with more kindness. For example, lots of people would say, I'm useless, after they've realized they've been procrastinating. And they'd say, I'm lazy, and why I'm like this, and and those were people to say, but how to battle with them is, for example, you can treat yourself with kindness, and you can normalize struggle or feelings as common human experience, and emotion, and you need to have emotional safety. Number 3, common tactics and why they might not help. So some of them often don't tackle emotional element, and they could breaking down big tasks into smaller tasks could also be overwhelming, because even breaking them down could be really tricky. So to seem more cheap. So you need to reduce the amount of negative emotion. It's effective, but it doesn't always work. For example, if there's so much tasks, then even the process of breaking it down is overwhelming, or after overwhelming regardless. And you need to optimize the environment. So you need to remove distractions and block apps. It's harder to access dopamine. For example, my sister was doing her GCSEs, but during that time she didn't play any games, and she deleted all of her games from her iPad. So she was focusing on studying. But after that, she told me she was really looking forward to playing her games again. So the moment her exams were finished, she jumped onto the video game. But there was really nothing she could do, because she waited so long to play the video games, and she was actually really excited to play them again. So it doesn't always work. So it's so easy to access, and it's unrealistic, and it's not able to, and it's not sustainable for the long term. So yeah, I think that's all for today. And I think the most important points is you need to remember that remember that even 1% better is better than 0. And I hope that I'm gonna and my sister's said she's going to try to stop procrastinating, and even though if she does, she's gonna work hard to become 1% better each time. And I hope you will too. I hope you've learned something. Bye bye.